Hey, I'm Carlos Garcia, and today we're going over my second Whiskey Cigar Club of September results. Some good bottles, for sure. A lot of them from where I picked up bottles in Kentucky. So one's a Buff Turkey. I know people go crazy about Buff Turkey. But first, let's do a giveaway. This has to be the one with the most entrants. It's over 100. Apparently a lot of people want that Jack 14. So this is the one for the top, or no, the top 7 over $100 bourbons. So let's see who won. Pirate Henry Avery. You watch all the videos, so congratulations. Get that out to you. All right, so let's go over the 12 bottles that were in my Whiskey Cigar Club. All right, guys, this is the exact lineup and the way we drank them. So in 10th place, we got the Cognac Cask Finish 1792 with a score of 308. This new release from Wolves, which wasn't too expensive. It was under $100. A lot of these releases are stupid expensive. Came in 11th place with a score of 2.91. This bottle I picked up in Kentucky, the Kentucky series, C, age 8 years, which is the oldest Bardstown, right? This is from Bardstown juice. That came in 3rd place with 3.49, so that will be in today's video. This Conviction sent to me by my buddy Craig. This is the 7-year. This came in 4th place with a score of 3.46. We're not going to have this in today's lineup because I'm going to do a Conviction video soon, hopefully very soon. This is Buzz's Roost Double Oak Cigar Blend. I picked this up in Kentucky as well. This came in last place, shockingly to me, with 2.89. This Barrell Bourbon Finish and French Oak Cask 12-year came in 6th place with 3.29, and I believe it will be in today's video because we were going to eliminate this one in another bottle, so I think that'll be in today's video. Oh, yeah, that's fine, because these two tied exactly with a 3.29, 3.29. This is the Jim Beam Lineage, a $250 bottle, comes in a box, very expensive. Came in 6th place, tied with the Barrell. I do plan on comparing this to the other release of the Lineage, so it's possible that I'll just say that for a different video. Okay, so then we go to another Buzz's Roost. I picked this up at the distillery in Louisville, and this is the Toasted Single Barrel Rye. They only had this at the distillery or the tasting room. This came in 9th place with 309. And the first Whiskey Cigar Club I did, this was unanimously #1 for every single person. This wasn't unanimously #1 for everyone, but it came in 1st place with a 3.73. I am waiting for the new Westward Milestone 3 to compare this to that in a Milestone 2. So just waiting on that bottle to get to my house. Should be soon. Dark Arts, this is a Buff Turkey bottle. This is 16 years old. This came in 2nd place with 3.58. So this will be in today's video. Short Barrel 8-year-old. This came in 8th place. This is an SLB pick, I think. Yeah, SLB picks is right in the front. Can't read. 8th place, 3.16. And this Barrell Whiskey Triple Rum Cask Finish, 142.24. Came in 5th place with a score of 3.41. So this will be in today's video. This will be in today's video. So 2 barrels and 2 bottles. Actually, I picked up all 4 of these bottles in Kentucky. So we'll see how they do today. All right, now that you guys know what's in here, my wife poured these for me before I did that little part of the video. So let's get right into the nose. That nose is incredible. It started off one way, it completely ended a different way. So it was oaky, it was like woody in the beginning, some baking spices. Then it started getting a little red Jolly Rancher, which gave it some sweetness, some chocolate. But then it ended up with a lot of like butter, like butter cookies and vanilla. So much lighter. Overall, a really good nose. Okay, let's go to B on the nose. Okay, so B on the nose is sweet, oaky, nutty, definitely peanut version of the nuttiness. A good amount of purple Jolly Rancher and earthiness. So very all over the place on the nose here, but very good. Okay, so C on the nose. Okay, so C on the nose is kind of a mixed bag for me. Oak, a lot of oak, a lot of oak. Dark cherry, slight coffee, chocolate, dark fruit. A good amount of funkiness and sourness. So almost too much. Let's go to D on the nose. Okay, this is the lightest nose out of them all. It was hard getting notes. So woodiness, a little bit of toffee, a note that I don't think I've ever said before, and it's very specific. Diet grape soda, like a bubbly note, like effervescence. I think that's the word, something like that. But like the bubbly, the carbonation, and a little bit of grape. So it was like grape soda, but it wasn't like in your face. So I wrote diet grape soda. So that makes sense to anyone out there. And it wasn't very strong, but I would say the strongest part of that is the woodiness. There is a little bit of a green note too, like a vegetable note. So I'll write that down too. I spent a lot of time trying to figure out if I can get anything out of this. It's very light nose. All right, let's get into the palate. First sip. It is the first sip of the day. Did not give me a lot. So oak, vanilla. As soon as I went to the finish though, I got that sulfuric, a note like the Trent from SLB loves this note, but it's like the fireworks note, more vanilla and oak. But that fireworks note was pretty strong. So let's go to a second sip. All right, that second sip was pretty damn good actually. So a lot more red fruit and sweetness. And that fireworks note kind of disappears. I don't know if that was a first sip type thing, but a lot more red fruit, a lot of sweet, not overly complex. The finish didn't like really change that much from the palate. Overall good. If this is one of the cheaper bottles, a good buy. Now if this is if this is over $80, I don't know. So I actually, looking at these bottles, I'm not even sure the pricing, but I'll figure out the pricing before I unveil the results at the end. One more sip. That's pretty good. Actually, I might bump up that to like a $100 bottle. So I got some more Red Jolly Rancher. So basically the red fruit and sweetness combined. Red Jolly Rancher. Some dark fruit this time. Nothing new on the finish. The finish isn't the longest. That's something definitely a knock on this. But overall, a pretty good sip. I do enjoy that. Okay, let's go to B on the palate. First sip on B. Not going to compete like A. It's much younger. It tastes much younger than whatever A is. So a lot of these have age statements. So we shall see. A vanilla, peanut shell, which isn't my favorite note. On the finish, peanut, chocolate, green apple. It's not bad. I just prefer A a lot more. But let's go a second sip on B. I mean, it's okay. I didn't pick up anything really new on B. It didn't come off as young coming off of itself like it did after coming off of A, but it's still a lot of similar notes, nothing that great. It lingers kind of green. One more sip. It's okay. Nothing new again. I don't got much to say about B. Let's go to C. That nose is really good. Some Red Jolly Rancher. I'm saying that I did not write that last time. I don't think I've ever got this much tobacco on a pour ever. Oak, dark and bright cherry, vanilla, chocolate, coffee, tobacco, leather. On the finish, it wasn't as complex as the palate. Chocolate, vanilla, oak, tobacco. But a decent amount of tobacco on this pour. Like it's leafy tobacco. I'm sure some people might say this is like earthy, but I can like taste the tobacco. Now, I'm not a cigarette guy, but I'm a big cigar guy. Definitely in that realm of the world on that note. Very interesting. Okay, second sip. Man, this is on a different level. Not gonna lie to you guys. This is crazy good. Yeah, so a lot of same notes. This time I got a little bit more nuttiness, but it's not your... So I wrote dark nuts. And what I mean by that, it's like the fancy nuts, like it's not your peanuts, your almonds, your hazelnuts. It's like the dark, it's the fancy nuts that you have to pay extra for, those like mixed nuts cans. Definitely rich, definitely a pour that you can sit down and just dissect. Now this is, you can taste this a little proofier, especially versus A and B. It doesn't drink hot by any means. Or I got some red fruit on the finish as well. One more sip. So this just gets better every sip. The notes are around the same, but the notes just get richer. That is good. This is gonna score high. And I just went through like my best of list so far in 2025. This is definitely gonna be competing for one of the better things I've had this year. I really enjoy this. Okay, so let's go to D. All right, D, definitely rum finished. There's no way that this is not the Barrell. Wow, you can definitely taste the rum influence on it. There's no hiding that at all. So it's woody, it's sweet, it's proofy. Another reason I probably think it's the Barrell because 142 proof and a lot of rum influence. On the finish, rum, dark fruit, sweet. I think it's too much rum finish. That's what I think. That's what I think after first sip. Yeah, that is so rum forward. So if you don't like rum, I don't know if you don't like this. Now, I enjoy rum with a cigar a lot. They smoke cigars in the Caribbean with rum, not whiskey. If someone told me, if someone poured this for me and said this is rum that's finished in bourbon cask, I would believe that. That's how rum forward this is. Okay, one more sip. It is good. I do enjoy it. You gotta like rum for sure. Long finish. I'm sure the proof really helps with that because it's hazmat. It doesn't drink that hot, but you can definitely taste that there's proof there. And if I ever had to guess proof on stuff, I would have to go much higher than I'm thinking because everything's always under proof to me. All right, so I'll pause it here, drink some water, go back and forth. Obviously, there's a clear favorite here. C is my clear favorite. A is my second. Well, but we'll see how it does back and forth. All right, so this is a pretty unique blind that we got ourselves into here, right? So we got a couple finishes. We got an 8-year-old, we got a 16-year-old. We got stuff that's $400. We got stuff that's $60. So it's all over the freaking place. Now these are all things being sourced. That's one thing. So that's one thing they have in common. So let's go. Well, let's do the giveaway. To enter to win 2-ounce samples of all of these, including the super expensive Buff Turkey that I'm sure some of you guys would love to try. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment with capital letters KYBF2. I got all these at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. I throw a number in there just, why not? Because this is the second Whiskey Cigar Club. Anyways, that's how you get into the giveaway. So let's go over the results. In last place, the old Louisville, the Kentucky Series C, and what they're trying to do here, they're trying to play off a little bit of the Bland's thing where you collect all the letters, you can spell out Kentucky, you can spell out other words with, you know, the Kentucky letters in it, which I think is cool. You know, you could put that on your bar and spell out, like, you know, if your name is Kent or something like that, or Cut, I don't know, words. This is 8-year-old Bardstown, right? I'm saying Bardstown, and I feel like that's correct. The mash bill is 78% corn, 10% rye, 12% malted barley. All right, so I looked this up because I keep saying it's the old Bardstown. So from what I'm seeing online and what I remember at the Kentucky Bourbon Fest talking to the people at Old Louisville tent, they were saying that this is the oldest Bardstown ever released. So 8-year-old Bardstown, and apparently that's what the internet's saying too. Anyways, I just want to make sure what I'm saying is factually correct. So it is good. It's the cheapest thing up here. It's $60. For $60, would I buy it again? Probably not. I also don't see this in Connecticut. You know, it's something that I saw over there, never seen it here. Definitely gonna buy it. It's good. I scored it a 3.3. Just a 3. I just scored it a 3. Right down the middle for this one. So in third place is the Barrell Hazmat Triple Cask Rum. This is a $200 bottle, so not cheap at all. I scored a 3.25. It's just way too rum forward. You know, if you're drinking whiskey, you want to drink whiskey, and if it's finishing something, you kind of want those notes to kind of like give it something a little bit extra, not take over the whole thing. And I feel like that's what happened here. Now, Barrell's very good at finishing stuff. That's kind of like their whole thing is finishing stuff. So I think this is just too rum forward. Maybe it's just for me. Maybe I'm a drinker of rum and I'm just picking it up stronger than maybe other bourbon drinkers would be picking up on that notes. $200, I think that's not the best buy for me. So then it came down to these two, a 12-year-old versus a 16-year-old. And obviously, in first place, it's not even close, is this Dark Arts Buff Turkey 16-year-old. And I'm not a Buff Turkey person. I think it's all fake. if you know me, like, I have a buddy, Jerry. He's probably got 20 different Buff Turkeys. He buys them all up. I give so much crap that half of it's not even Buff Turkey, that people are just saying it's Buff Turkey to move older whiskey off their shelves, but That's a whole nother tangent for another day. But when I was at KYBF, the people from Dark Arts were saying that this is Buff Turkey. And they had multiple Buff Turkey bottles. I actually picked up 2 different bottles. If you know, I'll say I did my Kentucky Bourbon Festival video with the haul. And I sold away one of them to my buddy Jerry, and I kept this one for myself. So this is the only true Buff Turkey bottle I have. It is very unique, very good. Obviously, I've had a bunch from Jerry. Jerry's very generous and lets me try a lot of the crazy stuff he gets. And I score this a 4. Absolutely wonderful. I do enjoy this a lot. So in second place came the Barrell. This is a 12-year-old. It is French Cask finish. And during my review, I was like, oh, this is like, you know, $80, $100. That's a good price. Apparently it's $160. So probably too much money for what it is, but it is good. I scored 3.5. Am I going to get another one? No, but again, Barrell is very good at finishing. This is an older expression. Good stuff, but obviously the winner in a landslide to me today is a Dark Arts. So let me know if you had a Buff Turkey, what your thoughts on our Buff Turkey are. Well, we could discuss this in the comment section. You know, it's a thing. So don't do nothing stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye.